Hey there, I'm Vickie Howell, here to answer your questions about the Ultimate Sweater Machine. There is nothing more frustrating than dropping a stitch when you're working on a knitted piece. And I know that I usually want to know, why is this happening? The truth is, there's not always a clear answer, but there are a few things that I like to check off my list before I move on. The first one is, are there any extra fibery bits, especially if I'm working with a roving yarn? Maybe they're caught up in the carriage, at the key plate, or maybe one of the needles. If so, I can kind of just blow them away a little bit or brush it with a paintbrush. I like to keep those around. If that's not it, I look at the actual latch hook. The hook itself sometimes can stick a bit, so you just work it back and forth, and from there, usually it'll go back to smooth sailing. And then the last thing I look at is the row under the one that dropped. Are the stitches unusually tight? And you'll be able to tell that because they'll be significantly smaller than the subsequent rows, or the rows previous to it rather. If so, what you probably need to do is just completely undo that row and maybe a couple more just to get back smooth sailing, because tight rows cause you to kind of muscle the carriage, and that can cause it to jerk over a stitch, thereby dropping it. Regardless though, whether or not any of these things are the problem, you can absolutely fix the drop stitch, and that's really the important part, right? Go to our website, bondamerica.com, and you can see exactly how to pick up a drop stitch.